Hey everyone, and welcome to the YouTube Brand Builders Virtual Summit. As you know, the YouTube Brand Builders Virtual Summit is all about connecting with amazing YouTubers in South Africa and learning from them. I'm Kopano from Kopano the blog and also the founder of TKBC Agency. And today I'm going to be chatting to Aisha O'Reilly. Now, she has been around for a little while and she has amazing experience, and I absolutely adore her. She is the lady behind the popular blog My Fro and I, and has evolved from blogger to YouTuber to wife to mommy. And now, her previous blog, My Fro and I, followed her natural hair story and became one of South Africa's biggest natural hair blogs. She has continued her journey on her new blog and renamed YouTube channel Aisha and Life, where she chats about everything from natural hair, FAQs, baby reviews, and beauty reviews as well. Her first YouTube video went up 5 years ago, and now she has over 479,000 views and over 12,400 subscribers on her channel. Hello!
Hi!
Hi. I think it's amazing that you uploaded your first video 5 years ago, and your last video is still this year. It's not like you quit. You're actually still around. You're still using. So that's amazing. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm just, busy. I hate that word, but I'm busy, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Busy as well. Like, I know what you mean. You don't want to say busy because then you're like, I'm busy.
Yeah. Exactly. I actually hate the word busy because I don't know. I feel like it's been glorified a bit too much. And so I like to say I'm juggling a lot of things at the moment. I prefer to say that. Yeah.
I think you're doing a pretty good job at it. You look good. You look very happy, and you look.
Oh, thank you.
I can see that even, when somebody is able to have like a very good looking Instagram account, and it makes it look like their life is together.
It does, right? It does. Although, it's not real life, but thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. So how this is going to work is we're going to jump into a few questions with Aisha, and then afterwards we're going to get into her top 5 lessons from being a YouTuber that you can learn from. Remember, you can download the audio file for this, and we will be putting together a downloadable pack with her top 5 lessons so that you can read through them, make notes, and whatever you need to do to learn and grow as a YouTuber. So let's jump into the questions. So you uploaded your first video 5 years ago. Can you please tell us the story of how that actually all came together and how it was for the first time 5 years ago?
It's so funny that we're chatting today because I think it was this past weekend that I watched my previous videos. And to tell you the story, I had my blog already. I've been blogging, I think, for about 2 years before I started my YouTube channel. And I started my blog to just share my journey, my natural hair journey with other women. And I thought even if this is one woman who would feel inspired by my story and my experiences and would get some kind of, sort of like inspiration from my experience, then great, let me just share it. So my YouTube channel was an extension of that. It came from the same reason why I started my blog, and mostly because to be honest, at that time, I didn't really see many people who looked like me and who had the same hair texture as me doing styles, and I've always been into hairstyles, and I thought, why is it limited to a certain hair texture, and why can't I also enjoy my styles and share how I'm styling my hair to work, to parties, to special occasions. So that's really how the specific sort of tutorial side of my YouTube channel started.
That's actually amazing how, when people go back and watch their first video, they're just like, screech.
Yeah.
What was I doing?
Yeah.
When you look back on your video from 5 years ago, how do you feel about it? Are you proud? Are there things that you would have changed?
Oh, I would change everything. I would change everything. Like I said, I watched some of my old videos and I was just like, oh my God, what was I doing? what was I thinking? I have like music playing in the background that YouTube actually tracked me down for, because I didn't know there were copyright issues and all of that. So I have music blaring in the background, and my room was a mess. I just didn't even I just sort of put my camera on wherever I could, pop it on, and I just recorded, and it was usually when I was getting ready in the mornings and doing my hairstyles and stuff like that. Then I would, just put, hey, let me just record something. I would change pretty much everything.
So you said that your YouTube channel was a natural extension of your blog.
Yeah.
At some point, did you switch from being a blogger to a YouTuber, or was it about balance? Like, what was it for you about YouTube? Did your perspective change over time?
Yeah. Well, I mean, initially, I only used my YouTube channel as a place, like I said, to just showcase my tutorials. So it was very much a how-to platform for me. And I kept, the sort of product reviews and things like that mostly on my blog. And I kind of kept the two separate, but then eventually over the years I realized that actually there's more that I could do with YouTube. It's not just about style tutorials. It's also, I love watching certain type of content like chatty videos and video reviews and things like that. So that's how it kind of evolved as well, from being inspired by other people and also just wanting to I love to talk. so I figured, I love to write, but I also love to talk. So let me talk on my channel. Yeah.
It gives you an excuse to do some talking, and you're not crazy. Like, I'm talking to my subscribers.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
So I remember seeing your 30 days, 30 updo videos. Those must have been crazy. Now take us through the logistics of everything. I mean, I'm doing weekly tutorials on my hair, and my hair's like, give me a break. How was the logistics for you recording 30 days, 30 updos, everything from doing your hair to recording it and putting it up?
Right. Okay. So I have to cast myself back. It's been a couple of years. But basically, I did the challenge first. So I had technically already started my YouTube channel, and I did like a 30 days, 30 accessories videos before I did my 30 updos. And so I did the challenge on Facebook, on my blog. There was no Instagram back then, at least I wasn't on it. And that's where it gained traction. So I was already just taking photos of, my hair on a daily basis. And in terms of the actual, hair maintenance of everything, I always made sure that I was doing styles that weren't so so stressful on my hair, as you can see, or if you go through the 30 updos, there are 2 or 3 styles where I didn't do a complete do-over. It was a bit of a modification of the previous day. And that was mostly because I didn't want to, sort of undo this flat twist and then redo or whatever. So whenever I could find a style that morphed nicely into another, that's how I did it. So then when it came time to recording my actual tutorials, I did it the same way, so I didn't actually film. Okay, I'm like letting out my secrets now. I didn't actually film the 30 styles over 30 separate shoots. I planned it. So I said, okay, today, on Monday, I can shoot maybe 3 videos or 3 styles, and style A can morph into style B, and then style C can be like a takedown of style B. So I kind of worked it in that way. So I wasn't doing a complete style tutorial from scratch, but you just, you obviously saw that on the other side when you were watching them. So my hair did okay, to be honest. It didn't sort of break or have any sort of negative effects for with the challenge, and so that's how I ended up filming them rather. Yeah.
I think a lot of people also don't think about, for example, you can actually schedule videos. You can do 3 videos in one day
Right,
and then schedule them
right,
out
right.
over, if you want to do them every day, or if you want to do them every week, you actually can do that
Exactly.
as a YouTuber. And it does help,
Yeah.
especially if life gets in the way.
It helps so much. I mean, sometimes I shoot, like, if I can, I will shoot like at least 3 videos in one day, especially if I know that like my schedule is just not going to allow that time. So if I have a whole day blocked out, and then I will just shoot as many videos as I can. So that's definitely like something that I know I'm supposed to give my top tips, but as we're talking, if you are pressed for time, I mean, we all have full-time jobs and things like that. So if you are a bit pressed for time, that's a very smart way of actually using your shoot time to shoot multiple videos in one go, and then and keep it, as they call, like evergreen, keep the content evergreen, so that if you filmed it a month ago, whatever you're talking about is still relevant, when you finally post it,
Yeah.
so that really does.
It's all
Yeah.
about giving value at the end of the day. Like if it's valuable to someone, it will be evergreen.
Right, right, exactly, and but I mean, obviously it depends on what your content is. If you're gonna be talking about news and current affairs and things like that, then you do need to be much more like topical with your videos. But I mean, like for example, me, I chat about, as you said, natural hair and beauty and motherhood and things like that. So it's mostly just me like showing my styles. So that style, unless it's something that's been voted for, it doesn't really date. Yeah.
So, last question before we get into those 5 juicy lessons. What were
Yeah.
what were your biggest challenges when it came to creating content for YouTube? I know a lot of people have, some people will say that, it was the camera that was a challenge. Some people will say it was lighting or it was whatever. What was your biggest challenges creating content for YouTube?
um okay, casting myself way back. There was a time that YouTube South Africa had a limit on how long your video could be. So
No.
when I first uploaded, when I first recorded and uploaded, I had no idea how to really edit and things like that. Like, I learned as I went along. So that, like the first couple of videos, I would edit them to be like, I don't know, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, because I was really, at that time, I was focused on trying to give people a real time of how long it actually took me to do this style. So I didn't want to cut too much because I wanted them to have a realistic expectation of how long it would take for them to do their hair. But that took long. And so when I would upload it, it would like not allow me to upload it because there was a limit. I think it was 10 minutes or something crazy like that. There was a limit on how long the video could be. So that was definitely a big challenge in the beginning, was trying to make sure that my content fit into that time frame, and I mean, there are a couple of others, but I think that one definitely, like, that and internet speed
It's
kills
not a problem
me.
in South Africa. I feel like internet speed.
It's terrible. It's so bad. So, I've figured out how to best, upload my videos and when to best upload my videos. But that's something that also took me a little while to kind of figure out. Because especially if you're like uploading something that's longer than 5 minutes in particular, like it can take forever.
I've
So
learned
yeah, that's
I've learned to, because the internet speed where I stay is so slow. So
yeah.
I've learned to basically say if it's longer than 5 minutes, I'm going to upload it overnight when I sleep.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Because
exactly
there's
what I
no way you
do.
can wait for it during the day. You're just like, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be out on
yeah,
Sunday. You upload on Saturday night, and then you'll be fine.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I mean, it just makes so much more sense, and it's quicker that way anyway. As soon as people are up and about, the speed just goes slower. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it while I sleep. When I wake up, then I can just quickly add my info and all of that, and then it's done.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the juicy part, the part that I've been waiting for and everybody else.
Yes.
Let's go through your top 5 lessons as being a YouTuber.
Okay. All right. So I'm laughing because this first one is something that I've learned it, but I'm still getting there. But hey, we're all, works in progress. So definitely tip number 1 is to be consistent. Whenever you decide to start a channel, or if you want to grow your channel, it really helps for your subscribers to know when they're going to see a new video.
Yeah.
So that really, really helps, and I mean, you'll see it in all of the, or at least most of the major YouTubers have, like, on their banner, or they say it in their intro or their outro that, new videos every Wednesday, or new videos every whatever, 2 days, whatever it is. So definitely, like, pick a schedule that works for you, and be consistent as much as possible. So it's not easy, and I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to, like, get into that groove, but and I need to be realistic as well. You need to be realistic about how often you can upload a new video.
Yeah.
So that's number 1.
So when it comes to number 1, basically it's you need to be consistent, and the way you do that is pick a day that works for you. And
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what? Just, sort of like, sorry, my dogs, you probably hear them in the background. They're like wrestling over here. So sorry. So yeah, what I was going to say is just that, I think, try and do the schedule on your own. Don't announce it yet to your subscribers. And then when you see that it works, then you can announce to people, hey guys, I'm going to be uploading every Sunday, or every Sunday and Wednesday, or whatever it is. Because as soon as you say, I'm going to upload every Sunday, and you do it for 1 week, and then the next week you don't manage, and then the third week you're like, so try and get onto the actual, like, schedule itself before you announce it to people. Yeah. So
I think that's a nice tip, because I think the number 1 thing I did when I started YouTubing was my first video, I told everyone what I was going to do, and then I didn't do it because it wasn't working. So I think what you said about try it out first by yourself, and then if it works out, then announce it. That's a nice
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's number 1. Number 2, so I'm just looking at my notes. Number 2, my biggest lesson is engaging. I'll admit that I did not engage with my audience in the beginning. Definitely not enough, and not on time either. And it's something that, I mean, whichever platform you choose to go on, but particularly on YouTube, this person has, taken out a few minutes of their life to watch something, or watch you. And especially if they end up commenting on your video, then show some love, whether, even if it's just, they have the like button now on YouTube. I remember when I first started, I don't remember that being there. It was just for comments. So you can like it, you can just reply and say thanks, or whatever it is, but just some kind of, like, acknowledgement that you've seen their like, engagement with you. People are trying to connect. So that's definitely, like, a massive lesson for me. So while I'm doing this, massive apologies to everybody who used to, like, comment on my videos and I didn't comment back. Definitely engage with the audience.
So I think one thing a lot of people don't know is that it's also time sensitive. Like, I know one thing, I always tell, I'm the best at giving tips, I'm the worst at following my own advice. So one thing that people don't need to also know is that it's time sensitive. Like, reply in good time while they still have you on top of mind.
Right. That's exactly it. I mean, better late than never, but try and do it as soon as you can, as soon as you read it. I think that for me is, like, what I'm aiming to do now. As soon as I read it, I'm just going to respond and, at least just acknowledge it, or, like, press the like button or something, that's what I'd suggest.
Nice. I like that one.
Cool. Then the third one, similarly to the second one, is engage with other people's videos. So it's all good and well if you upload stuff and you sort of put it out there and then that's it. But as a YouTuber, you should be seeing what other people are doing as well. And if people are, if you want people to engage with your content, then you should give back and engage with other people's content as well. So, like their videos, say something. If you enjoyed a video, say something. Say that great video, even if it's literally those two words, share the video with people. You can share videos pretty much on any platform now. So it doesn't just have to be, you're stuck on YouTube, obviously. And that way also, like, that's how I made quite a few of like my connections on YouTube, is because I commented or I somehow engaged with other people's videos. So if you want to have like a bit of a YouTube friends or whatever kind of thing, then yeah, that's definitely a great place to start.
Nice. I think that is one that quite a few people don't know, which is engaging
Yeah.
with other YouTubers. And that's
Yeah.
how you make friends, and that's how you grow your network online and offline.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I mean, that's the thing, because I mean, for me personally, I know that I had to consciously tell myself that I needed to do that. And that really helped. But then also when I meet people in person, I mean, the number of people who are like, oh my God, I love your stuff. You're so cool. I love your videos and stuff. I'm like, thank you, but I don't know you. So not in a bad way, but
Yeah.
in a way that's like, it would be great if I have some followers that I've never met, but I know their names, and I recognize their profile photos. Like, so if I did meet them at an event, which has happened a couple of times, I almost feel like I know that person. So there's that connection straight away. So I don't know if it's that people are too shy, or I'm not sure what it is, but try not to be it. Really, as a YouTuber, as a person, it really means a lot when and as a fellow YouTuber, if you recognize that, I inspired you, or someone else has like done something for your content or for your experience in life or whatever, a little shout out is quite nice.
Yeah.
So definitely that for me, like, is a big one.
Nice. I like that one. I've been liking all of them. Okay.
Okay. Then the other one, I actually have six. I'm sorry. I just realized I actually have six. So let me
It's
just go
okay.
through.
It's okay.
Okay.
I
So
think the more value, the better for everybody. I don't think anyone's going to
okay.
complain.
Cool. All right. So the fourth one is, don't be scared to ask people to subscribe to your channel. Don't be scared to ask people to engage. It sounds, there was this YouTube chat on Twitter a few months ago, and we were talking about this. And I remember there's a hashtag YouTube ZA chats by Mickey Cost, by the way. And so there was another guy who I remember was asking, isn't that like, I don't know, just a bit too much, or, it's a bit desperate or something like that. And the thing is, honestly, I felt the same way too. I thought, oh, if people want to subscribe to my channel, they will, I was a bit shy. But I'm telling you, as soon as I started just like mentioning it to people, just reminding them, like my subscription rate like increased, like quite significantly. And also, when I think about it, when I watch people on YouTube all the time, and I just, I'm like, okay, that was a cool video, next, whatever, but I'm not subscribed.
Yeah.
But as soon as someone like reminds you about it, you're like, oh yeah, I'm not subscribed yet. It's just a quick reminder. I mean, you don't have to be so spammy about it, but you'll know your audience, you'll know what they can handle and what they're a bit put off by. Just mention it if you want that, if you want likes, if you want a comment, if you want whatever it is. Just don't be scared to ask that of them. Yeah.
I think it's you're shy. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna ask these people to like my stuff. It's just
I know, but you know what? After like the first couple of times I did it, I'm like, okay. I'm not shy about it anymore because at the end of the day, it is what makes your content. It's those people, it's their engagement. So, I mean, let's be real. We don't do this just for ourselves. We do it for the benefit of other people. And the more people, the more people will like see it, the more views and all of that. So I don't know. I've seen all of the massive global YouTubers do it. They do it all the time. Like people who have 1 million followers, they'll still, ask you to subscribe to their channels. So I think it's pretty much an accepted like thing to do now. So I don't know. If you're too shy, then don't. But if just try it.
And
Just give
like
it
you
a
said,
go.
once you started doing it, then your numbers started going up. So it
Yeah.
does work then.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's worked so far. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Then the fifth one is just do it. I mean, there's no better way of saying it. I know Nike has like, they own that phrase. But honestly, like, I mean, the number of times people have told me, oh, I've always wanted to start whatever, whatever, whatever. If it's a blog, if it's a whatever, and specifically a YouTube channel, I'm just so camera shy. I'm just this, I'm just whatever. My advice is to just do it and learn as you go. I mean, like I said to you earlier, if you see my first videos, I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I actually thought that was okay to do. But you learn from it, and that's the best way. Just jump in, just do it. If you want to talk, if you want to share, if you want to, whatever your content is going to be, just get it out there. If you wait until it's perfect, you're never gonna be like posting any kind of like videos at all. So yeah, that would be number 5. And then the last one, which I think maybe should have been the first one, but anyways, it's fine, is do you. Okay, so figure out what is it that what is it that stirs you? What is it that you want to share? Because I've chatted to some people and they're like, oh, this is really hot right now, so I'm gonna do this and I want to do that, and it's like, but then it's not authentic, and eventually people will kind of see through that you're just doing it if it's for the views, if it's to stay trendy or whatever it is. Pick something or do something that makes sense for you, and then that way the content that you produce, like you'll never run out of ideas because it's a genuine like interest of yours or genuine passion or whatever. I mean, you get writer's block, or I don't know what you call it, YouTuber's block or whatever, every once in a while, and that's natural. But when you get to a point where, I mean, it's like me starting something like a video game channel, for example, like I know that they do so well, but I know nothing about video games, so I have no business doing a video game like channel or content or anything like that. I'm gonna run out of ideas 2-3 videos in. So that would definitely be like my biggest piece of advice. Pick something that makes sense for you, something that you're already either good at or that you want to share, with people. If it's something that's not currently like being shown on YouTube at the moment, that's even better, because then you'll become known for one of the first people to actually share that type of content. So yeah, that's my biggest piece of advice, my biggest learning thing. Yeah.
I like that what you said. If people aren't talking about it already, then it's not actually a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yes, definitely. It's a very good thing. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to find something that YouTubers haven't actually created content over. But if there is something or a different way of doing something, that could be quite cool, So it might be the same topic, but maybe you flip it on its head and then you do something, or you do it in a different way, So whatever that is, I definitely think that's the way to go. Yeah.
I love those. I really do. I love that you have 6. And when you say do you, I feel like it's like an umbrella. It's over everything. No matter what you do
Yes.
from all the five
Yeah.
lessons, the most important
Yeah.
is for you to do you.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
So I know this wasn't one of the five questions, but I definitely do want to talk about. I know a lot of people getting onto YouTube are always thinking about how do I make money? How do I make money now? And one of the biggest ways for YouTubers to gain income is through brands and brand relationships. How has your
Right.
journey been with brands over the years, especially since you've been able? You were blogging, like you said, 2 years before you uploaded your video. So you've been
Yeah.
able to actually work within the industry and gain those relationships and keep good relationships for a long time. So I would just say to people about, brand relationships and how has your journey been?
Oh, wow. Okay. First and foremost, it's not easy. I think that I think that quite a few people enter this whole blogging, vlogging, YouTube thing, thinking that as soon as they start talking about a brand, that brands are going to come and want to work with them, and that's not the case. Especially now, because there's so many people out there now, and it's growing, which is awesome. But it means obviously that you've got more competition and more people to kind of stand out against, so that's a good thing, but it means that that whole the whole automatic brand interest is a myth. You really need to, I think, at the end of the day, brands want to work with influencers who are credible, who really genuinely have an influence on their audience. So it's all good and well if you have, I don't know, 100,000 views of something. I'm speaking specifically about YouTube. But if those views don't translate into some kind of influence over the target audience, then it doesn't really make much sense, for a brand to then work with you. So, something to say about like the whole brand thing is definitely be patient. Be professional as well. If you are approached or if you're going to approach a brand, just keep in mind that at the end of the day, it's still a business transaction. So yeah, that's kind of like, I can write a book on like the fails that I've like made with brands and income on YouTube and all of that. Like I only started monetizing my videos like 2 years ago. It's like so if you are going on YouTube and you want to get that income, definitely monetize your videos first and foremost, in case the brand thing takes a little while to pick up for you. So but at the end of the day, though, that shouldn't be the reason why you should go on YouTube, because if it is, you're going to get disappointed very, very quickly, and you're not going to have that sort of like sustainable kind of interest and content like generation that you actually need to keep a channel up. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I think we will definitely be having more conversations about that throughout the YouTube Brand Builder Summit. I really enjoyed chatting to you. I think
Thank you.
you've got a great energy. I love your videos. I love your journey. I think the one thing that we don't have at the moment, especially in South Africa, is being able to see people's journeys as influencers.
Hmm.
And 5 years isn't a long time. Like people are just like, it's long. It is long, but it isn't like, so I look at American YouTubers and they're like, it took them 5 years to build 1 million subscribers.
Right.
And some people are like,
Right.
oh my gosh, I'm going to die before 5 years. And you're like, no, 5 years is a good investment. I mean, you have built a great asset online through those 5 years. And that is something that's definitely worth applauding. You've done an amazing job. I think a lot of people
Thank
look up to you. So I'm so excited for everybody to actually get a hold of this masterclass and this interview. and the tips that we're going to be writing out on this. So anybody who wants to listen to this, guys, make sure that you share it with your friends. If you want to download the Audible version of this, then just click down below. You'll be able to listen to this. It's also available in podcast format. So if you guys just want to listen to Aisha over and over again, you can. All her details for her blog, for her Instagram, for her YouTube, for all of her social media profiles are below. So make sure that you definitely go there. Click like on all of the videos and subscribe as well. Thank you so much, Aisha. And thank you to everyone who watched. I'm so excited for everyone to get a hold of this.
Thank you for giving this opportunity to all of us participating in, this summit. It's very exciting. I love that there's this South African YouTube community that's growing. It didn't really exist a few years ago, so it's really, really like such an honor to be a part of that. So thank you for giving your followers and your viewers and my viewers an opportunity to actually learn a little bit more behind the scenes. So it's pretty cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Make sure that you comment and share this with a friend. Till the next interviews, guys. Toodles.